Hi Flosstube, my name is Jennifer. I'm the Calculated Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. Um, I videoed last week because we had 4 days off, and so I thought, oh, I'm gonna do it like a vlog where I kind of video each day, and I did do that. And then when I watched it back, I was like, I am not posting this. It's because Dina, half what is her name on half stitch cross stitch? No, affadiddles. Anyway, Dina, I'll put her name right here. She does like a vlog style, and I love it. I love that every day at the end of her day she talks about what she did that day and the stitching that she got done and everything. And then I tried to do it, and it just didn't go so well. Anyway, doesn't matter. I was really worried that I wasn't going to have anything to say anyway, or not much to say, because I had like 2 weeks where I didn't stitch, sew, do anything. And it always happens that way when school starts up because I'm just very busy. And then I have my Etsy shop that I've been trying to work on bags. People have been asking, when am I going to put in some bags with some vinyl, and so I've been trying to work on those, and they just take a lot of time for me. I'm a slow person though. Anyway, and then I have another job besides my teaching job. I work at a ranch, and the owners have been in a lot, and when they come in, it takes a lot of my time to get everything ready before they come in. So I just haven't had a lot of time. I know everybody has that problem, and I also like kind of try to put a moratorium on my spending for cross stitch, which I did. I did a really good job, believe it or not, but I made up for it in my quilting hobby. So there's a lot to see here. Most of it is going to be wool applique and quilting. So if you're not really into that, then I don't know if you're going to want to watch this one. Anyway, let's just get started. That sounds good. All right, so I have worked on a few things since I've seen you that are cross stitch. One is, which one do I have first? I have a package here that keeps sliding off. Okay, let's look at this one first. This is Love Abide, and this is by Lottie Da, and it's just beautiful. I love working on it. I just haven't worked on it a lot, but I have finished 2 houses. I'm not going to do the letters, I've decided, and I'm on the tree. I've come up, and I have one side, and I'm working on the other, I think, is what I have. So let me kind of scroll it up so it's a little tighter so you can see. There we go. And that is my, and yes, I have a thread. I always do that, so just ignore that. If it bothers you, I'm sorry. That's how far I've gotten. Now, I have not finished the grass down here, but I've started it. It's really pretty. I love that blue. It's just a really, really pretty stitch. So I've worked on that a little bit. Where am I going to put these? Oh, and you'll see I still have my, I love my Americana decorations, and I keep them up from May until September, and I like to keep them up through September 11th, and at least, and then I'll put my fall stuff up. It's 103 today where I live, is what the high, well, that's what it is right now. It's, what time is it? It's 2, so it may get up to about 105, 106. It's just too hot for me to think of this as fall. So I love my patriotic stuff, but I really do need to change it out. I just love it. Okay, anyway, so that's why this is all here. Hope that doesn't bother anybody either. Okay, then I had a start for Sampler September, and I'm pretty sure Sampler Soiree is for the Sampler September. Is that for the reproductions, and Soiree is for the like the designs the designers just made up on their own, and it's not based on a reproduction. I'm not really sure. But this is Whilst Iris Naps, and it's Mary Gypsum. And this one, if I'm not mistaken, and I have a horrible memory, but I'm pretty sure this one is from the Homespun Needlework group on Facebook, where you can order, they have like exclusives, and this one was one of the exclusives a while back. It'll come out at some point if it hasn't already. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so I got the kit, and it is stunning. Look at all the red. Oh my gosh. And not one red house, but two red houses. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And so I've worked on it for 2 days. So that's a start. And I will show you. Oh, these are, I bought the kit, like I said. And these are the flosses, and it came with this super cute, what is this called? It's not a scissor fob, it's a, what does that even say? Sweet Home. Oh, how cute. What is this called? Thread bling? I don't know. Anyway, aren't they pretty? All I've done is start on the border. So here I am. Just started on the border, and that's as far as I've gotten. I think halfway is right about here, so it should take me over to right about here, I'm guessing. Anyway, that's as far as I've gotten, and it's with the, I know it's Needle and Flax, I can't remember, but it's Yummylicious, because Needle and Flax, of course. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that linen. Oh, so that's another cross stitch whip, and I think that's it for the cross stitch whips. That's it. That's all I've done. So other things that I've worked on, this is a Christmas present, and I don't think he watches, so it's okay. Western collection. This is red, white, and blue boots. I'm doing this for my son for Christmas, so gotta get on a stick. It's already September, and he's a yeehaw kind of person. So boots and jeans and all the such, and then this is how far I've gotten, and this is, I need something behind it. Let's see. This is counted canvas is what Wendy told me, and it is like needlepoint, but you actually get to count, which is the part I really love of cross stitch, is the counting. So I really like this a lot. It's just getting used to the differences in the charts that gives me a little pause. Sometimes I have to stop and really think. So that's a whip that's somewhat like cross stitch. So then I have a knitting whip. I have been working on this washcloth, I don't know how long, for a long time. I have ripped it. I am really good at unknitting. I have become the queen of unknitting. I can do it very fast. And so this washcloth, I'm still on my first one. I keep telling myself that at some point I will be better at this, and it won't take me this long. So I wish I lived closer to someone like that I could just drive over to their house and they could, you know, give me lessons. But so this is how far, and like you can tell, this is where I unstitched it. I don't know, 6 or 7 times at least, and I think my stitches got twisted right there, but the rest of it looks okay. I am not a good knitter, I can tell you this. I enjoy knitting. I enjoy the process of it, so I'll keep doing it and hopefully one day get better. But yeah, ooh, not a good knitter. I want to be able to read the patterns. That's the part that gets me for crochet and knitting. So anyway, that is my knitting project, and it is almost finished. So it's going to take me a month or more to do a washcloth. Isn't that a cute little bag? I got that at the Tinsmith's Wife. I need a pattern for this. So if anybody knows what this kind of bag is called, I'd like to make my own. So it's really super cute. So all right, that's another whip. My next whip, this is my New Hampshire It's on Etsy. I have something coming from them right now. New Hampshire shaker. I don't think I have the thing in here anymore. This is where I keep all of my handwork, like my applique and stuff like that. So it came with, it's really super cute. It has the William Morris fabric on the inside, and it came with this cute little pin cushion with the same fabric, and it came with this one, and this one is where I keep some of my threads. This is my applique thread for when I applique on cotton, and that's actually what's in here. So this is Black Star. I'll put it here. It's Lisa Bonjean. If you go to lisabonjean.com and go to her quilt along little subject line, all of her quilt alongs are there, and I'm like in 20 of them, it feels like. Black Star Needle Society, that's not it. I think I'm getting, oh, the club mixed up. Black Star Farm. Okay, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna put it right here. So it's written, you can either do it in cotton or in wools, and she also has kits. I don't know, oh, ow, sorry, this is my bad shoulder. I don't know if she has any left, but I know she did have some. But everything's in gray and black, and that just doesn't go in my house. So this is what I have done, and this is cotton on cotton. So it's applique, and it's hand turned. You can see this is all stitched down now. So all of the flowers, and this is just fabric from my stash. I still have this one. I glue based it down. I have to glue stitch that one leaf. I couldn't find the word. And then I'm in the middle of stitching the bird down. You can see right here is my needle. I was stitching on it before church started. So this part of the bird is stitched down already. So I just have to do the rest of the wing and the tail, and then that one leaf, and I will be finished. I wanted it done last weekend, but you know, as long as it's completed before the next block comes out. There's one block per month. So I'm excited that I'm going to be able to keep up with this one, at least for 2 months, right? So that's one of the quilt alongs that I'm doing, that Lisa Bonjean. For some reason, I've just been on a Lisa Bonjean kick. And I have been on an applique kick. All right, so that's another, what's sticking up? Oh, my cushion. I was like, it won't shut. I'll tell you what, I got this at, what's the shop that's near Amana when I went to the wool, Michelle Rudy's wool applique workshop she had. I loved that. I loved that. I got this at the Wool and Needle, and it's so convenient. These are all applique threads. They're super, super fine. That's why I use them. And I can put my needle right here, or my scissors. I just stick them right there. It just works out so nicely. So anyway, that also lives in here. Okay, let me put this away so I'll be able to find it. If I don't put everything back, I never know where anything is. All right. Okay, now I have other whips, but they're all sewing, I'm pretty sure. I've gotten to the end of my, so what I decided to do is I'm going to now do my cross stitch haul, and then I'm going to go into my sewing. So if you're not interested in the sewing, then you can just stop watching there. So as far as cross stitch haul, I bought this, and it's called Painted Flowers, and it's Shakespeare's Peddler. I actually got this from Country Sampler in Spring Green, Wisconsin, and I bought it kitted, and the reason is I saw they had finished it on the top of, have you ever seen I'm looking over here because I have one, treadle machines that have the drawers, and then sometimes you'll just see the drawers for sale by themselves, which breaks my heart because that means some machine was broken or got stripped. And anyway, But I have some of those, and they had this finished on the top of the drawers because I've been trying to figure out how I want to finish some of my drawers, and I thought, oh, that is beautiful. So I went ahead and bought this with the floss and I got other things, but they're sewing things from them, so quilt kits and stuff. So then I also bought this I bought from Fat Quarter Shop, and again I got other stuff from them, but it's all sewing. So, and I'm not even going to think I can say that. This is their orange pears, and I think I have the red and the blue. If not, I do want to get them because I want to make them. They're so pretty. I got an order from the attic. The funny thing is I placed this order, I don't know, months ago. And so I'm watching, sorry, all the birds are like going crazy outside. I ordered it months ago and then forgot all about it. So one of it was for Hannah Campbell, and I ordered the Soie Surfine so I could do the over one from them. And so I got the Soie Surfine, and they called and said, do you still want it? And I was like, oh yeah, go ahead and send it to me. And they said, what about the fabric? Because I didn't need the chart anymore. I had already bought it. And I said, oh, I'll go ahead and take the fabric too. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? This is 56 count Mocha by Weeks Dye Works. So pretty. So that's nice 56 count I can use on something. Then I got this from Fat Quarter Shop also because I was placing an order for something else and I wanted free shipping. So I threw something else in there, and this was on their new page. So I thought, oh, I'll go ahead and get it. I'm going to go ahead and get this kitted up. I'll call or text Wendy, and she'll kit it up for me. But isn't that gorgeous? I just love this. And it has a different look than, like, some of her stuff looks very similar to one another. And so this one just looked a little different. And so I really like that because I've been telling myself, stop buying things that all look the same because, well, you're never going to finish them. First of all, look how pretty this is. She has her artwork in here. And then, I don't know if you're supposed to be able to read the rest of it, so I'm just going to show you. Isn't that beautiful? I think I'm going to paint this, not as well as she did, but on the toy chest for my grandkids. I only have one grandkid right now, but eventually I should have more. Anyway, so I'm going to get this kitted up. I was going to look and see. I don't know what kind of threads. They're not on the back. Well, they have names, but it doesn't say. Model stitch 1/2, 36 count Bramble by Picture This Plus. Stitched by, finished by me. Oh, Classic Colorworks. It's 2 Classic Colorworks, 2 Weeks Dye Works, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DMC. Look at this page. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, anyway. So I will let Wendy know. Wendy, if you're watching, would you get this up for me? Okay, so that was some cross stitch haul. And then I think this is the last of my cross stitch haul. And this is from Hollis Hands Creates. I got a pair of scissors for somebody for a present, so I can't show those. And I didn't want them to travel by themselves, so I got some linen, which I do not need, but I've been getting rid of linen. Things that I have more than one of, I told myself I have to get rid of them because I just have too much. This is Shrekie's Tan. It's 46 count by Needle Bling Designs, and I think it's just, it looks like a fat 1/8. So it's not a lot. It's just a little piece. But it's 46 count. I mean, you don't really need a big piece. It's really pretty. I heard someone talk about this one, and I thought, I don't own that. So I went ahead and got that. And then this one is Old Gold, 40 count, and this is Fiber on a Whim. And I tell you what, this is what one of our club kits, I think it's from Spring Green, was stitched on, the one, the Chessie and Me, that I actually finished. And I love this fabric, and so I knew I wanted to get a piece of it. It's a really beautiful fabric. So that, I think, is the last of my cross stitch haul. Now my quilting haul may take us a while, because at first I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to have something at the end. You know, some floss tubers will do like a designer highlight or something. I thought, oh, I could pull all my charts for this designer or something, but then I thought, oh, this may take a while if you watch the whole thing. So anyway, so if you are here for the cross stitch and you're ready to go, then thank you so much for watching. Everybody else, then settle in, and here we go for the sewing portion. Okay, so whoops, stuff's falling off my table. Hold on, let me put this down on the ground, then it won't fall. Okay, now it's down there. So I'm going to talk to you about my sewing whips. I have not really sewn in a long time. I'll do a little bit. I did make a wedding quilt for my son when he got married at the end of last year, and I got it back, and I'll show it at the end of this video. I haven't even opened the box yet, so I'm going to open it up and I'll show it to y'all. And I love to quilt. I have sewn my whole life, and my mother taught me. She was a home ec teacher. She taught lots of people, and I find peace in sewing. It's just that it's a harder hobby to, if you only have 10 minutes. By the time I pull everything out and figure out where I am, it's already, the time is up and I have to go do something else or go to bed or whatever. And so cross stitch lends itself better if you have short periods of time. Now hand applique, if you have it prepped, I can do it for just a few minutes. And so I've been doing that also. But I miss the quilting. And so I made myself, since we had 4 days off, I sewed the whole time. I was determined to get caught up on some things. And so I'm going to show you what all I've actually gotten accomplished. So one of the stitch alongs that I am joining in on is Lisa Bonjean of Primitive Gatherings, is her Joyful Gatherings. Now she just had a fabric line come out called Joyful Gatherings, and it's Christmas colors, and they're my colors of Christmas. Like, they're deep reds, deep greens. I mean, they're just beautiful. And so I bought a lot of this fabric. I bought a lot of kits from her, and they came in, like, I pre-ordered them. I ordered them a long time ago, because if you order them early when they're pre-ordering, you get like 20% off. So you get them a lot cheaper, and fabric is gone so expensive. So anyway, so I have this project I'm doing with this line. I'm doing the Joyful Gatherings. I'm doing my own applique that I'm designing myself, and I'm going to do it because I love a red and green quilt. Just not a Christmas one. This one is a Christmas, but the one I'm designing is just like a Baltimore album. I'm just looking at old quilts that I have. My mother has ones I find online, and then I'm just sketching. So anyway, I'm doing a lot of things with this fabric. I love it. So here are this is where I prepped a bunch of trees, and these are all trees with a quilt block in the middle of them. And one is released, either one or two, depending on the week. This week coming up, I think there's 2 released, and I think this one is released on Thursdays on lisabonjean.com if you go there. And they are free for a week, and then after that you have to, once they post the new block, you have to pay $3 to get the block. So anyway, so these I have actually prepped, and this is just a board like Lori Holt does. I just made my own watching her tutorial, and so I have all of those prepped, so they're all starched. I tell you what, I found a positive, and I have a fan going. I hope it's not too loud, but I mean, we have our thermostat usually set on about 78, and I know that's hot, but if I do it any lower, it just runs and runs and runs and runs, and I really don't want it to break. So we keep it on 78 as much as we can, and at night we'll put it down a little bit, but I always have a fan going no matter where I sit, so I hope it's not too loud. But when it's over 100 outside, it's just the house, it's hard for it to cool off. So I was going to tell you that also. All right, so here are my blocks. I'm actually up to date. This is the most recent block that they released, and you can see it's just a Christmas tree with the block in the center. So this was the 4th quilt block. So I have that one, this one. Aren't they so pretty? And you can tell I starch my fabric. It's very, very stiff. Makes it so easy to sew, to piece, I should say. This one, the Friendship Star, and then one more. So I'm actually caught up on this one. I'm so excited. I never keep up with anything. My friend Kippy, the academic stitcher, she always keeps up with everything and finishes, and hers is always, I never do that. So I'm like, I'm going to be like Kippy, and I'm going to finish this. So far so good. I'm up to date. It's nice to have everything prepped like this. All I had to do was just pull out the red and the white fabric for the middle star. Everything else was cut, so I was good to go. And I have all of the white of the background. It's all starched and cut into 2-inch strips. I have not finished subcutting them. If I have time this week, I'm going to do that, but I think I'm going to start something else today. So then on Labor Day weekend, I went and sewed one day that we were off with my mom, and I worked on my daughter's wedding quilt. And I finished, I think I finished 5 or 6 blocks, and then this is 4 that are in different stages. So you can see, like this one, these have been pieced together. So I'm in the middle of putting this one together. There's 4 blocks on that one. And then, now these don't have the border fabric, so don't look too carefully, you can tell. These, they're all cut and placed where they're gonna go. And so the whole quilt, this is it. Once I finish this, then I can start putting them together. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm gonna pause this because I need to go place this somewhere so it doesn't get messed up. So hold on one second. Okay, I'm watching the sky because now the light looks different, I'm pretty sure. Because we went 78 days, I think. We've been over 100 and no rain. So it's like dark over there, and so I'm hoping it's coming over here. For people who live in the country, and when I say in the country, I mean way out in the country. And I live so far out, they don't even bring the mail out here. And we have wells. And so when they go dry, you don't have any water. And if you have cattle, especially cattle, they average about 40 gallons of water a day is what they consume. And so we do not water our grass during the summer because the cows need it and we need it. And so we have no grass. It's just all crunchy and brown. And I look at people who live in the city and they have little tiny yards and they're gorgeous, gorgeous, because it doesn't take much water, you know, to water that little patch of, and I would love to have that. But I would not want to trade where I live. I live where I live. So, but if you can tell, the light is different. It really has not been that long. It's just that we have this one dark cloud. It's like bright over on that side, bright over on that side. This whole wall is just all windows and like glass doors. So I can see the whole spans, but there's just one gray cloud right there. So anyway, it's only been a few minutes is what I'm saying. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my, what do you call these, like clubs that I get. And one is Laundry Basket Quilts, and I love her Fat Quarter Club. And these are the fat quarters that I just received. And the wonderful thing she's doing with these now also is she's sending a pattern is included. I think at the beginning she wasn't including a pattern, and now she's including it. So that actually uses your fat quarters. So this one says 12 fat quarters, which is what I have here. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 12 fat quarters. And then 3.5 yards of light fabric. That's the background. So isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. I just love Adidas Sitar's fabric. She's one of my favorites. Okay. Then this is another one. This is a keepsakes quilting. Keepsake quilting. Not to be confused with keepsake cross stitch in Ohio. I'm in their 19th century medley of the month, and so it's just reproduction fabrics, which is really all I like to sew with, unless I'm sewing something for somebody else. But these are all reproductions based on fabrics from the 1800s. So some people call them Civil War fabrics because it's that era. It's just so pretty. I love these. I need to do something with them because all I do is keep collecting them and collecting them. So that is also a club that I'm in. So then I have this I got from Fat Quarter Shop, and I don't need to take it out. It's fine. These are just some extra greens in that Lisa Bond jeans. Well, that's just horrible. That doesn't need to come out. These are just some of the greens. I bought half yards of some of them because I was afraid I was going to run out of green for the trees. And then, I mean, I bought a fat half bundle of this fabric and a fat quarter bundle of this fabric. But I just bought an extra half yard of all of these greens. I just wanted to make sure I had enough to do my, I'm going to have plenty, to do all of my trees and then my Baltimore album that I'm doing myself, that I'm designing. Then this I thought would make super cute bags. This is the new Jane Austen fabric, and it just looks very samplery to me. So I bought some of it, and I'll make bags sometime, one day. Then this is the Aunt Grace Calicos bundle. This is a Judy Rothermel, and this one is, it looks like the feed sacks. I love this fabric. I love feed sack fabrics, so like actual real feed sack fabrics are, I just love it when you can find them in antique stores and such. Oh, please let it rain. We really need rain. Okay, anyway, so whenever I can find, the problem is that it's hard to find 30s fabrics. And if you do, sometimes they look more like baby fabric than it does like little bunnies and little, I want something that actually looks like the actual feed sacks. Anyway, okay, so that's all of this. So that was from Fat Quarter Shop. Then from, hold on, I'm gonna have to pull this out. From Country Sampler, I said earlier that oh, you know what? I forgot one of my projects. Hold on. I also wanted to be part of the Twilight Stars Stitch Along. Sorry, I think it may be raining. I'm trying to listen. I can't see it, but Lisa Bongine is doing a Twilight Stars, and it's with her book. Let me get the book. Hold on one second. Okay, so it's using this book, which is Triangle Gatherings, and it's an older book. I can't remember when. Oh, here it is, 2018. So not that old, but and it has like 100 different layouts for using these half square triangles, and she sells this paper. I love this paper. I mean, I like triangle paper anyway. Not so much, I mean, I know she doesn't watch this, and Kimberly, if you're listening, don't listen. I don't really like it on the roll because then when you pull it off, it's all like bent. I don't like that. And this one, these are actually pre-cut so they fit charm squares. And for this stitch along, I am using layer cakes that I had just in my stash, some Adita Sitar, I think it was Sequoia. And I thought, you know, I've been wanting to use that. I starched it. Just know that when you starch your fabric, like your pre-cuts, it shrinks. It doesn't shrink selvage to selvage. It'll shrink the other way. I can't remember which is the warp and the weft, but it shrinks about 1/4 of an inch. So I get about 9 3/4 by 10 then instead of 10 by 10, which is fine because these are not as big. But I spent yesterday stitching all of these. All of these are already stitched. I'm behind though. I'm like 24 blocks behind. So I have enough here, and then these are all cut and the papers are all on here. They're pinned and I just need to stitch them. So I have all of these prepped. Now everything is starched and ready to go. And so I'm hoping that, and then Kippy had a great idea. I was talking to her last night and she said, why don't you just do the 2, because she does 2 each week. Do the 2 for that week and 1 extra. And I have them all prepped, so all I have to do is sew them together. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm trying to catch up on that for, and I'm going to call this episode Catching Up with Lisa Bonjean. Because it's all about her stuff that I'm stitching. It really is. Okay. So, because there's something else I've been prepping, and I'll show you later because it's down below somewhere else. So from Country, what is it called? Spring Green. Country Sampler. Country Sampler. I bought this book because I've been in such a applique mood that I thought it was gorgeous, and it was a little expensive. I mean, for me, I thought it was expensive, but I love it. And I love this. There's a couple of quilts in here that I would like to make. So beautiful, and it's beautiful. The photography is beautiful. Let's see if I can find that one. So here's, this one's called Alice Rose. And then there's one, I mean, there's more than one, but the 2 that I really wanted to make. I'm not sure if I can find it quickly. There's also, and I never thought about it, but you could do punch needle to this. Now, I cannot do punch needle. I've tried, I am not good at it. And I'm going to give, when I have some time, I'm going to spend some more time on it. But I like to do things that I can do well right away. That is not punch needle. Okay, let me see if I can bend this so you can't see the instructions right here. I love this one. That one's beautiful too. So, I like the Baltimore albums though because it's more like a sampler quilt, and I like that. So you don't have to do the same thing. I don't want to do the same thing over and over. Okay, so then let's see what else. I talked about that. Ooh, there's thunder. Oh, please let it rain. eBay. I did, and I filmed this when I opened it, but it was in that last weekend stuff that I was like, no, I'm not showing this. So this is Liz and Shelley's fault. When I saw these, that they had found them, I'd never seen one of these before, like in an antique shop. But our antique shops down here, everything's super expensive, and you don't really find a whole lot of stitching, sewing stuff. So I found this one on eBay. Isn't it just the cutest? I knew I wanted a smaller one, and so I got this one. And what I loved about this one is that it came with this old pincushion. It's not old, but it's old and grungy. And then it had thimbles in it. I love thimbles. I put them on my whatnot shelf. And I did actually video me. I showed the house. I showed my whatnot shelves because I had a couple people ask. And I was like, no, I just can't. But then this one also, it was full of buttons. Look at all those buttons, and I do love buttons. So it had a bunch of stuff in it, and I loved that. So that was one of my eBay purchases. And then this was another eBay purchase. And these are from a long time ago. Like a month and a half or something, I guess it's been. Now I can actually use them. I'm very excited. Or put them out. Look, it's a little sewing bird. It's old. It's faded. It's rubbed off and stuff. But isn't it cute? It still works. I'm actually going to put it on my sewing table. I'm going to use it. I just love it. It's so cute. Okay, so those were eBay. I'm going to put those over here. So I have some other things that I got, but they are also presents. So I'm leaving them to the side. Okay, so I'm just going in order that I have them here. Lisa Bonjean, I'm telling you, it's the Lisa Bonjean show, has started, Primitive Gatherings has started Comment Sold. I love Comment Sold. It's fun to watch. It's like I don't live close enough I can go to the store. So it's like they're sitting there showing you things that are in the store. I love it. And so these are some things that I purchased. I purchased this little kit right here. I love wool applique, and Kippy said that she bought Lisa's 2 big boxes that she just released, and one of them has wool applique. She's going to give it to me. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, so I bought the stuff to make it with the kit. I can tell you right now that my color is off, and I'm sure it's because it's dark outside for some reason. All right, well, I know why reason. Oh, this is Squash Blossoms mini quilt. And this is, they were doing a Labor Day sale, and it was like a certain percentage off anything on Comment Sold. And so that was Primitive Gatherings. Oh, this one's so pretty, and I know who I'm going to make this for. And then this one is Ramblin' Rose, and this was just a pattern. They didn't have a kit for it. I love that center flower. So pretty. This one is the kit, and this one is called Dogwood Days, and it's a table mat. And something about this green, nothing in my house is this color, but for some reason, this green with all of these whites and grays, which are not my colors, but look at this. Look at this green. Oh, I hope it's showing better when I actually watch this back. It is a beautiful green, and I just love this. Love this. So, no idea what I'll do with it, but I'm going to make it. Someday. Then I bought, I can't remember if I showed you the Jan Kingwell book when Lisa had Jen Kingwell come to Wisconsin and do a couple of retreats, and so of course I couldn't go, but I bought the acrylic templates to make this, and this is the pattern I'm going to use to do a signature quilt when I go to my retreat this November. The beginning of November, I'm going to Amana to Michelle Rudy's Farm Girls retreat, and I want to do a signature quilt so everybody can sign the little inside squares right here, so I've got to get those prepped. But this is the acrylic templates to go with it. And then I went ahead and bought the little stickers to put on the back so that they don't slip. Then I got this cute little kit, and this one is called Late Summer Blooms, and I know for whom I'm making this one also. And I got the little box to put it in. So those all came from Comment Sold. Then this is from Fat Quarter Shop, and I was going to buy the kit like to make the summer one. It's the same pattern, it's just with different. And then I decided they're really not my colors. I love Kimberly Jolly, but she and I have very different taste. I am very prim, dark, muted colors. She's very bright pink and aqua, and so I thought, you know what, Jennifer, you have so much fabric. Just get the pattern and make your own. So I think I'm going to make them. They should be super easy. I mean, they're just basic blocks. So Very excited to make one. Maybe I'll make a fall one. That's what I'll do. I'll look into making a fall one. So then this was on pre-order. Joyful Gatherings, Lisa Bonjean. And so all of this stuff I'm going to show you, I bought during the pre-order, so it was 20% off. I got her new book. They have the most beautiful quilts in here. Oh my gosh. And of course you can make them. I keep watching to see if it's going to rain. You can make them. This is one of my favorites. You can make them, make sure you can see. You can make them in any fabric, of course, that you want. Look at this. Look at this photography. Isn't that beautiful? I love the spiral bound because it just lays flat. I can fold it back on itself and not have to worry about it. I love this one too. Look at all those half square triangles. And here it is. Look at that custom quilting on there. Isn't that beautiful? That feather right there. There are things other than the quilts also in here. I was going to see if I could find it there at the end. A couple of kits that I bought. Here we go. I bought the kits to make these stockings. Aren't they cute? Not to use. I just want them as decorative stockings. And I figure I'll have so much leftover fabric, I could make plenty of them. There is a table mat. Seeing if I can find, oh, here it is. It's in wool. So there's this table mat in there. I think I'm going to try to kit that up when I'm at the Woolen Needle in November. This is a cross stitch that's in it. That one's sweet. What is the count on this? Well, if you do it in 25 count, it's about 12 by 14. So I was thinking if I did it over one, I should be able to make it pretty small. There's some other ones. I was going to see if I can find. It doesn't matter. Anyway, great book. Great book. Doesn't have to be just Christmas. So here are the two kits for the stockings. So it comes with everything you need to make them. And then this is Boxes of Joy. I'll show you again because there's not a picture with it. Hold on. This one that I showed you that I said was my favorite. This is the kit for that. If you buy these from them, I love that they put them in these bags because I can use them over and over again. So I pre-ordered that. Then on one of their comment solds, oh wait, let me stay on topic. Oh. Then this one is, oh, it's upside down. It says memory of a masterpiece. This one, this is not the Joyful Gatherings. I think this is an older one. Look at all those half square triangles. Crazy, right? But here's all the fabric that you need to make that quilt. So I got that. I told you, all my money that I saved on cross stitch went to quilting this month. So then on comment sold, they showed this, which was an out of, like, they were just getting rid of them. And I didn't get it. And so I put my name on the wait list. And I think they made some more up because so many people wanted it. And it's this quilt right here. I love blue and white. Oh my gosh. Just love, well, you can tell, my house. A lot of my house is blue and white. And so this is all of, it looks more black, but it's blue. It's blue and white. So this is another kit. Then on their comment sold, this I love. This is like a swatch chart. If you're into wool applique, I love this. So what's inside is it has all of their colors. on heavy cardstock. They're actual swatches of the wool. So, and this is not very expensive. I was surprised at how inexpensive it was. Then you also get, so if you're making something and you want to pick out your own wool, you don't have to be there. This is for someone who lives so far away from anyone who actually sells wool like this. This is invaluable. So these are the textures that you can get added to any of the wool. So you can call them and tell them what you want, what texture, all of that, and they can get it all dyed for you. I love this. So it's just a binder, and it was not expensive at all. I thought it was going to be a lot more. So then the last thing that I'm going to show you, no, oh wait, I have something else over there. That's mine. Oh, and I have something right there. This is the kit to make this. This is another one that I got because it was on sale. It's a wool kit. Isn't it beautiful? I love this red. So here's all of the stuff to make that quilt. Like I'm ever going to get all this done. It's fine. The problem with quilting is once something is gone, especially with cotton fabric, they don't make it again. Very rarely do they ever make it again. So you got to get it when it's there or you're not going to get it. So then from Country Sampler, oh wait, I also got, oh, this is one of the, where are all my projects? Oh, they're over there. So another, I belong to Lisa Bonjean's quilting box and her wool subscription box, and they come alternate months. I can't remember. One comes even months, one comes odd months, but for the wool box, there's an ongoing project that lasts 2 years. And so I'd only done one of the blocks. Hold on, let me grab them for you. Okay, so I have got piles, like you can, they're so high, but they're just below your sight level. So this is one that I've prepped, and so I did the sticky, I cut them out, I fused them on, but I have not, you can tell the stem's kind of flapping there because I didn't fuse it. They haven't been stitched yet because I'm not a good embroideress, and so I wanted to wait. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but anyway, so far there have been 4 blocks, I think, already released, and I had only done the one. So I went ahead, and on my days off, I just lost a piece. Hold on. See, I just lost a leaf. So like this is block 3. Now she's doing a white background, I'm doing mine in black, and here's block 2. And then here's block 4, and they come in, oh, and there's a bill. I did pay that, so I don't know how that got stuck in there. I took last weekend, one of the things I wanted to do was to get caught up, and so I have all of them. They're all fused and traced. I have all of them stacked right here, and they're all fused and traced, and I'm just cutting them out right now. So my goal is to have all of these cut out by next weekend. So I have these little goals. I'm trying to catch up on all of my sewing because that's the part that always suffers. Anyway, what I was showing you is these were, I went to Wendy at the Tinsmith's Wife, and she pulled as many as she had, and what she didn't have, then I just got on and ordered from Primitive Gathering. So okay. Now from Country Sampler, Spring Green, Wisconsin. Oh, I lost one. See? Get over there. I've shown you out of order, but I've ordered this. I saw this on their email, and so I went on the website and looked. I really love this. This is called Freedom. It's 54 inches by 62 inches, and it comes, this is the little kit. This is what it looks like. Isn't that cute? So it's very gray blue more than like a true blue. So that one's super cute. I thought I'm going to do that one. All right. And then the last thing I think I have, this is my Primitive Gathering cotton quilting box, which was last month. So the wool must be this month. So what are we in? 9. So I guess evens are the cotton, odds are the wool. And so we have a stitch along going in here. It's called Carousel. This is blocks 5 and these are. This is another one I haven't even started to try to catch up on. It's just for 1 year though, not like the wool box. And so it comes with fabrics, and so that came in my quilts. I mean in my kits. I have this little, how big is this? 14 by 14. So I have, that came in it. This came in it. It's like a little cross stitch. And then this one's called Pennies and Pumpkins. And I told y'all I was going to have a giveaway, and these both are going to be in the giveaways because I know they're cute. I like them. But with everything else I have that I want to stitch, so I'm not going to get to these. So I'm going to put these in my giveaway. And we're going to talk about my giveaway in a minute, after I put all of this stuff away. So it'll be a while before I get back. You won't know that. And then she also sent some Aurifil thread, which I love to piece with. Then the last thing I have to show is the woman who teaches English where I teach math. I don't know if she calls him her boyfriend, her friend, whatever. He was cleaning out some stuff, I think he said from his mother's, and they had like an old general store, and he found some thread, and he thought that I might like it. And so I have 4 spools, wooden with like brighter colors, in my whatnot shelf in my room. But look at the boxes. So he brought them to me for me to keep. So this is an old box. It says Star Mercurized American Thread Company. Look. And then look at those colors. Aren't those crazy? Then these were just the white, if I'm not mistaken. Look how old this paper is though. Look at the paper that's covering it. So just white basic cotton sewing thread. So there's a little box. This one, what is this one? It's the American Thread Company. Hand and machine thread. Star label, spool cotton. And then there's a bigger box. Oh, look at this. I just love old things like this. And then this is at the end. You can tell it's old. It's all worn on the edges and stuff. And then just more white thread. But I love these boxes. So now I can go put them up somewhere. Wasn't that sweet of them to think of me though? Okay, so, oh, and I didn't ask her, so I didn't want to mention her by name, but a sweet viewer. My favorite needles are the Pony Blacks with the white eyes, and I talk about them all the time. And one of my viewers sent me a whole, like, bunch of them. She mailed them to me and sent a sweet, sweet note, and I so appreciate it. And I've already thanked her online, but thank you again. And I didn't ask if I could say your name, so I won't say it. I think that's it. I don't think we have anything coming up other than going to school, working. I'm hoping to have a little more time because the owners of the house where I work won't be coming in for a couple of weeks, so maybe I can get some extra stuff done. I'm going to put all of this stuff away, and I was going to start And I think I was saying that earlier and I didn't finish. So I starch my fabric, and I learned to starch from Leah Day. If you ever want to learn how to quilt on your domestic machine, watch Leah Day, Leah, Leah Day, Day. I watched her years and years ago, like, I don't know, 9, 10 years ago, and she would starch. My mom always thought I was just crazy. My mom still does not starch, but the way she starches is different than the way that Lisa Bonjean, who taught Kimberly Jolly of Fat Quarter Shop, how to starch. So Leah Day starches till it's sopping wet, just like the others do, but then she dries it by ironing it. So she irons it dry, which is what I've always done. Well, it takes a long time. Now Lisa Bonjean starches it till it's sopping wet, and then she hangs it up to dry, and then she uses steam. Well, I've never used steam in an iron before, but with the wool applique, I had to get an iron that would use steam. I always just use like old irons, and because water, I've always been taught, my mother told me, water is what ruins your iron. I have irons that are like 10, 15 years old that still work because I never put water in them. For some reason, some people will spend $200, $300, $400 on an iron and just assume that it's going to last maybe a year and then they're going to have to buy another one. I don't think so. So, I mean, and I do have an Aliso that I did spend a lot of money on, but I've had it for 7 years now and it still works perfectly. I don't put water in it. So I buy a cheap iron to put the water in. So if it breaks, I don't mind spending another $15. Anyway, that to say, so I'm trying their starch method now, which is you starch till it's sopping wet, and then you hang it out to dry, or you hang it up and you let it dry, and then you just use steam and it'll flatten it out. Well, it's been over 100 here forever. And so let me tell you, I found a positive for this heat is I can hang my wet starched things out and they are dry within 5 minutes. It's crazy. So that's what I was going to do this afternoon. As soon as I got off here, I was going to starch. Oh, here, my plans. I was going to starch this, but if it's going to rain, maybe I should put it out there so it does rain. I think we only have a chance of rain. It said we had 38% chance at 6 o'clock this afternoon. It's 3:20 right now. Maybe if I put it out there, it will rain. The rest of the time, it's like 1% or 2%. So this, guess what, is Lisa Bonjean fabric. I'll go ahead and open it up. This is her Garden Gatherings that came out. I don't know when it came out, but I mean, not that long ago. Look at those beautiful colors. Oh, they're so pretty. So I wanted to join in on Moda Blockheads. So Moda Blockheads, it's a quilt along that lasts. It'll last until next July, I'm pretty sure. They do it every year, I think. This is their 5th one. And they release one pattern every week on Wednesday. And so my friend Kippy posted hers, and I was like, oh, I thought she wasn't going to do it. So then I thought, oh, well, then I don't have to do it. Well, now she's doing it. So now I feel like I have to do it. So the first block that they posted was just like your label block that could go in the back, I guess. They're calling it a bonus block. So technically next week, or this coming week, is the first official block. And so I need to get all this starched so it's ready to go. That's what takes the longest for me is the prep, so is the starching. And so I'm going to do the Moda Blockheads with this. And so from what I understand, they're doing from now until November-ish. They're doing so many blocks, and then they're going to take a break and start them up again in January or February, and then it runs through July. So then you don't have to worry about, you know, during the holidays kind of a thing. Anyway, so that's my plans. I'm going to do that, starch those. I wanted to get this stack of these sewn just so that they're all sewn, and I just have to cut them when I need them. And cut out all of those wool for those 3 months. I'm going to work on that too. And hopefully get some cross stitch in. I can only sew when it's light outside because my sewing room is actually the sunroom. And the light above my sewing table, cutting table, it's all the same table, is one that does not put out very much light, and so as soon as the sun starts going down, I can't see well enough to do. I mean, I've put lamps in there and everything, and my cutting is just not accurate. I can't see well enough. So that's when I start cross stitching, is when it's nighttime, or I'll hand applique, because then I can just use a little lamp and I can see fine. So anyway, I just am rambling. All right, well, it was good to see you all. I wish my vlog would have turned out better. I really would like to give it a try, but I just, it doesn't come easily to me, I guess. And so I just deleted all of that. And I even had my mom, maybe I still have that video, when I was at my mom's house, and I just kind of panned around and said, hey, this is what I'm working on. And if it's there, I'll put it at the end of this. So if you stuck around this long, I'm going to show you what I have for giveaways next. This probably won't get posted until Monday or Tuesday. So it may be Monday or Tuesday before I film that. I don't know. But I'll see you in just a couple of seconds then. Okay. Same day, I ran to school, was doing some school stuff for tomorrow because it's Sunday. And it dawned on me I didn't show you my quilts that I got back. So I got 2 quilts quilted by Carol, the Softbox Stitcher, on YouTube, on Flosstube. I've changed already in my old, clothes you wear around the house kind of thing, so sorry about that. Earlier I was in my, what I wore to church, so this one, let's see which one this one is. I sent 2, I'm very excited, and they're wrapped so cute. Oh, look. And she sent me a card. I can't wait to read it. So this is the quilt. It's like a big present. This is the back. This is my son's quilt. He and his wife, they picked out the fabric together. So I'll show you the back. Now, of course, this hasn't been trimmed, so you can still see the batting and everything. No binding, because I trim it myself. But this is the back. So I pieced the back. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing because it's a big quilt. Okay. Oh my gosh. So it's just, I took all the leftover scraps and just sewed them together so that the back was colorful as well. So this is just a, it's not a pattern, it's just something I did, and with the fabric that they picked out. And I'll show you up close. So there's bees. Then, I'm not good at showing these. There's this writing, the honeycomb, a gingham, floral. So I did this is a rail fence. So I did a rail fence. Usually rail fence have 3 logs. This one I did 4, just so that I could use the size of square I wanted. And so then it just alternates. So I'll kind of hold it up. You can't really see all of it. And then it's a queen size quilt. So it's big. And look at this beautiful quilting she did. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope you can see it. Oh yeah, look at that. Didn't she do a wonderful job? So now I need to trim it and then bind it, and I can give it to them. I'm very excited. So that's one quilt. Now I'm going to pause this while I unpack the other one because it's wrapped in plastic also. Okay, so this one, am I recording? Just making sure. This one has Minky on the back. Oh, it's so soft. I'm so excited about this one. So let me unwrap it. This one I did with my friend Kippy when I went up to visit her in Lubbock one time. Of course, hers was quilted, pieced, done just within a couple of months. Just took me a couple of years, I think, Kippy. This, and let me show you the fabric. This is, I think it was called Kitty Corn. It's by Urban Chicks. It's an older fabric. And so this is what the front looks like. Can you see that? And it's long. It's, I don't know the exact dimensions. I'm guessing it's around 72 tall because I'm holding it up. And I'm guessing this is probably, let's see, 56. Oh no, that's 72 wide, so it's got to be 80 or so. I don't know. Anyway, it's huge. It's not huge. It's not huge. It's a great size for your couch. I'm very excited to put this out for fall this year. I'm not a big Halloween person, not a big cat person, but this fabric is just so cute. So, oh, it's so cute. Kippy, are you impressed with me? I actually got it done. So now I just have to do the binding. Thank you, Carol, so much. You do the most beautiful job on quilting, and hopefully I'll have a couple more to send to you soon. Let me show you. I don't think I showed you the quilt. Look at the quilting. You can see it really well on the Minky. And it's so soft. Doesn't she do a beautiful job? Okay, so next thing I'll do is video the giveaways. So 1 second. Okay, I'm back. It's actually like a week later. I think it's Sunday, the 17th. So a lot of things happened this week. We had a dear friend that went into the hospital and she ended up passing away. So I didn't have a chance. Other stuff happened too, but it's just been a sad week. And so anyway, I came back to video my giveaway portion of my Flosstube that I should have done a long time ago for my anniversary. So I have a list and we're gonna go through, and I just went through a bunch of cross stitch stuff, some linen that I thought maybe somebody would enjoy that I had destashed and things like that. So we'll see. Here we go. So the first thing that I have, so number 1, so all you have to do is do the numbers and at the end list them. And I think as long as you have a space between the numbers, it would be fine. But if you put a comma, it should be fine also, I think. So, but use the numerals, not in words. So number 1 is going to be Artful Offerings, and there's 2 Christmas ones, and I have 2 copies. I was pulling stuff that I have, and so this is I have like a pile of to destash kind of things. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm sorry. It's just been, my mind is not working so well. Okay, so this is one of the choices. You get this chart, and I think this was Cranberry Christmas. Yes. So you'll get Cranberry Christmas and you'll get Rocking Horse Holiday. So these 2 are going to be choice number 1. So that's number 1. Number 2 is I started to be in the Housewives with Fat Quarter Shop. They're what do you call these? Seasons, I guess. And I got them and I thought I'm never going to stitch these. So I stopped. I just stopped getting them. But I already put the, what do you call it? The charm on the bag. So you get the bag and the charm. And inside you get the flosses that they sent. Now, just to be transparent, I cut mine at the ends. So I've already cut them. So if you don't like that, then don't put this number. But you have all the floss for this. You have the aqua colored finishing fabric, cotton. This is the pattern that you get. And the fabric that came with it is a 32 count. And I started stitching it 1/1 and I thought I'm never going to do this. So I'll show it to you. What did I do with it? So it's really pretty fabric. It's like printed, and it's, do you see it? It's kind of like a wood grain. So this is, I was doing it 1/1. And so if you would like the fabric, I can send it with you also. I mean, there's plenty of room over here. You could stitch it. But if you just don't want the fabric, that's fine too. You just let me know if you win this one, how you want me to send it with what. So I didn't want to throw it away because I really hadn't used it, and somebody might like to stitch on it, and all the stuff's there to do it. So, and like I said, it comes with the charm and the bag. So that's number 2 if you're interested. Number 3 are going to be 2 projects that I took apart because I was doing them on 36 count, and I re-kitted them with 40 and 46 count. So I have the fabric left over. So this is a fat quarter of 36 count straw. It's gorgeous. But I will show you here on the, ow, oh, sorry, my shoulder. In the corner, this is, I was stitching, oh, it's the really pretty patriotic. It has the big building. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I do have this stitched on like the very top. So, anyway, but I figured there's enough there that, I mean, that's a lot of fabric left. Or if you wanted to stitch that pattern, then that would be fine too. It's already started for you. So, anyway. So there's that piece of linen, and then this is one that I unkitted, and this one I already took out what I was stitching on it. So it's a fat quarter. I don't know the name of it because I've lost the card, but it's beautiful. It's really pretty, modeled, and it's 36 count also. Ow! So it's a 46 count. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4 is a complete set of Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's the Nutcracker Village. So I have all of, uh-oh, sorry. Here we go. Was that all of them? I think. And then I also have all the floss. And some of the floss that I have in here, I have the DMCs, I guess, that were called for. And then these are my flosses that I already put on a ring. I don't think I've cut them yet either. Let me look. I've cut the white and the brown, but the rest of them have not been. So anyway, and I didn't even write on this. That's what I usually fill out. So I have this kit. Let me go back and make sure. Hold on one second. Okay, so I went online to look it up because there's only 11 charts, but apparently there are only 11 charts. I thought I knew I had all of them. Okay, anyway, so it's all the charts, all the floss is in here to go. So this is number 4. This is number 4. Number 5, I have a list, I'm looking down, sorry. And number 5 is Pennies and Pumpkins. And this was in our Primitive Gatherings quilt box, I'm pretty sure. Probably last month. But it comes with the pattern to make this. It also comes with the charm pack of Rustic Gatherings. Beautiful, beautiful fabric. So this is number 5. Number 6 is Chesapeake Mini. It's a cute little like wall hanging or a table mat, something like that. Again, it has the pattern to make this and the mini charm pack of Rustic Gatherings. So this one was number, Chesapeake Mini, this one was number 6. Number 7 is Simply Delightful. Again, this was in one of Lisa Bonjean's quilting boxes, I'm pretty sure. And it comes with a charm pack of Simply Delightful by Sherry and Chelsea. And it comes with this pattern to make this. You just had to buy the background then to make the quilt top. Okay, these are, this is number 8. And this is going to be like a little pack together. I put them all together. So these are 32 count fabrics. I got these at Hobby Lobby and I thought, oh, they're so cute. I love the checkerboard, but they're 32 and I'm just not going to stitch on them. So these are in a pack together and they're taupe. And oh, you can see the size right here. They're about a fat quarter, I'm guessing. 12 by 18. I think that's a fat quarter. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. 12 by 18. 2 of them. Then I have a 30 count piece of tin roof. And it's an 1/8 of a yard. It's really pretty. I bought this to do the Blackbird Designs, the Halloween box thing. And then I thought, I don't decorate for Halloween, so I got rid of it. Then the last thing is a 32 count smoked pearl Belfast. And it's just 9 by 13. So it's just a little piece of linen. Oh, I was like, what is that? It's thread. It's fine. I thought there was a spot on it. I was worried. Okay, so just a little piece. I don't want to throw any of it away. I thought somebody probably could use these. So this is the pack. It comes with these. So this is number, I keep forgetting, sorry, number 8. This is number 8. Number 9 is this stack. And this one is 35 count cocoa. There's 3 in this one. And this looks like a fat 1/8. So 35 count cocoa. Then I have it looks like 32 count something. I just don't know what it is. And it's a fat 1/8 also. It's beautiful. It's like, I don't know. It's very good neutral. It's really pretty. It's just the wrong count for me. Then this I got in a box. It's from, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Reflet de Soie. And it looks like, I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. Here's the information. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful color, but I don't think I'm going to use it. And this, what is this? A fat 1/8? So really pretty. So that is going to be, these 3 together are group 9. So these 3 linens. Then I have some smaller charts. This is Fractor Bird, and it has the kit to make it. You just have to have the linen and the background fabric and the backing fabric. But it's a Shakespeare's Peddler. I've had it a long time. I'm trying to pare down. Then I keep buying things. Anyway, so I put together some smaller ones because I get these in with our quilting box from Primitive Gatherings, and I'm not going to stitch them. So this is from Count Your Stitches, and this one is called Starry Solstice. And then this one is called May Flowers. I like that one. It's really pretty. So those 3 together are group 10. Then 11 is a journal that I made. I didn't know if anybody would be interested, but it's just a junk journal. This one has a ribbon closure, and I'll show you what it looks like. So it looks like this. You can put your name here. Has tags, pockets. It has 2 signatures. This is just an old seed package, or one to make look like it's old. So these are just Here you have all these tags here. So it's just a junk journal. Anybody who's into journaling. And this one's like a garden theme, which I thought a lot of people might like. So this one is number 11. Sorry, it's hot. It's a cool 96 today, so our temperatures are going down. That's good. So it's just, I refuse to turn my AC down too low because our bills are so high, you know, it's just crazy. Okay. The next one. Oh, so number 12, I decided I would make a custom project bag. You can tell me the size that you want it. And if you go onto Fat Quarter Shop's website, you can pick out the fabric you want, or if you have a certain designer, you can tell me that. We'll talk about it in the email if you win that one, but I'll make it however you want. It can be vinyl, it can be the pieced, whatever you want. So I'll make it for you. Custom project bag by me, and that's number 12. And then number 13 and number 14 are both going to be $25 gift cards to the Tinsmith's Wife. So usually what she does is she will email me the gift card, and then I will forward you the gift card to your email. So then I'll just need your email for that one. I'm pretty sure you can use it on her online shop, or you can call her if you're like looking for certain linen, whatever you want. She can help you out. She's very, very helpful, very great customer service. So, and I think that's it. Sorry it took me so long to, I mean, it's not very long to you. It just was a click and then there I was, but I should have done this last week. And at the beginning of this video, I think I said also that I had videoed, how many weeks has that been? 2-3 weeks now, over Labor Day. I tried to do vlogging and that didn't work out well. So anyway, this is the end of my video. Oh, can you see, look, I just hung, oh, this is my son and his, this is when they were engaged, their engagement picture. That's me and my husband about 10 years ago. I redid the walls, so I just hung up this wonderful quilt hanger. It's nice and plain. It's not, I like it a lot. And it was easy to hang on the wall. Tim's, where's my card? I'll get it in a second and I'll show you his business card. He's on Etsy. I think he's on Etsy. Yeah, Etsy. And I had a hard time actually loading it onto the wood to get it straight. And I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do it than I tried to do it. So hold on one second. I'm going to get the card. Just one second. Okay, here's his card. So anyway, I was just saying that is, my husband helped me put it up yesterday and it went up really easily, but actually putting the quilt in there, I couldn't figure it out. So I finally got it. But this is just an antique quilt that I own. But so I was explaining what was behind me because I knew somebody would ask. I'm in the process of now putting the pictures back on the walls. So since I hung that up on the wall, and that's all. So, all right, Flosstube. Until next time, I'm hoping, and you know how this goes, but I'm hoping that I was planning on filming next weekend, but we have a funeral now, and my husband's the preacher, so he'll be doing that. So I don't know how much time I'll have next weekend. So I think let's just plan on the weekend after. I will video, what is this, the 17th to the 24th. That'll be the first weekend in October, I think. So you have until, let me look at it because I hate not saying specifically. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry I'm so discombobbled today. Let's say September 30th. That'll be the cutoff, and I will draw on October 1st then. So you have until September 30th to try to win these. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be drawing October 1st. Just you have until then to get it. And then we'll talk about how you can get your prizes then. All right, gotta go. I'll talk to you later, Flosstube. Be kind to each other.